Hey, how you doing? Today I'll show you guys my new friend, a game console box with 4K output named Super Console X. It's compact and portable. So, what is it used for? A good question. You can play retro games using this console whenever you are in the sofa or your bed. The only thing you need is a television. With an HDMI output cable, you can play games right away. What does the box include? We have the console X with micro SD card inserted, a pair of 2.4 GHz wireless gamepads with the receivers. I have to say the gamepads come with poor quality cause the joysticks give loud clicks, but they are too high to get a comfortable touch. Also, we have HDMI output cable and console charger adapter. It's necessary to charge the console when using. The last one is a receiver plug used for multiplayer. All these included are charged about $70 at AliExpress.com. Okay, let's get into the device. I like the fancy video intro. It offers a perfect image with the Penta-Core ARM Mali-450 GPU, and the stock firmware is what we are familiar with, Emuelec. Okay, here we are. We can see the games below each emulator. In all games, we find about 30,000 games in the console. That's numerous. But emulators like DC only preload with several games, and for some of emulators I had never heard before. It's equipped with a quad-core 64-bit ARM Cortex-A53 processor called S905M. The frequency is up to 1.5 GHz, which reminds me of the RK3368 CPU from Rockchip because they are pretty equal. But it's kinda ridiculous to see the Super Console X item page shows a comparison to the chip of RK3326. Okay, let's jump into the N64 first. It runs well with no delay, no screen tearing, and the television display is perfect for retro video games. We only get a few games in Dreamcast, but never mind, cause the performance won't let me down.
Road to capture the suspect.
Okay, let me go out there and I'll start up a PlayStation Portable. It surprised me. I thought it would crack, but no. It's beyond my expectation, cause we know that's not easy to run smooth on a retro handheld. But the gamepad should be a bummer. It's not responsive when using the analog stick, and when you stop the action, it activates as like out of control. You may think the console is something of little value. Why not take a PSP or Switch instead of this console box? Hey guys, we should be objective. As the saying goes, reasonable existence. Tastes are different depends on individuals. Generally, the Super Console X is good at its value. I'd like to show you guys the reasons. Firstly, here is a question for you. Which part would you like to pay more attention to on a retro game console? For me, it should be the performance in the game. Can it run PSP or some other emulators? As we can see, the gameplay of the Super Console X is pretty smooth without stutters. Even on the PSP, Nintendo 64 or Dreamcast, arcade. Secondly, it supports HDMI output. In this time, I don't need to torture by a 2 or 3 inch screen on the retro handhelds. Thirdly, it's friendly to the new retro gamers, cause 50 emulators are involved. There is no need to find and add ROMs by myself. Last but not least, the price is about $70. I don't think it's more expensive than the retro game consoles we could find on the market. Overall, some people prefer the retro game handheld, while some people like the console box stuff. It's very different. Okay, if you're into this video, do remember to subscribe, thumb up, and share your opinions with us. Bye!